Alright, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm speaking to today, I'm seeing that there's something that you really want, that you deeply desire and wish for, but it comes through as having a lot of component parts or being very difficult and kind of weighing on you. There could be a lot of different things to think about, and so you end up sort of abandoning the idea completely, even though it's something that you really want. It's also something that your heart really desires, and so it comes through as when you want something so badly that you get kind of scared of it. So that's what this reading is going to be about. And I'm going to dive more into these energies in a moment. But before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer them, and you can email me. My email is down below in the description box. And if this reading resonates with you, please take a second to like and subscribe, as that helps me connect with your energy more and it helps with the channel a lot. So let's take a look at your overall energy here, Sagittarius, which is the Five of Cups. You could be feeling a little bit defeated about something. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the High Priestess. Your higher self is telling you that it's going to take a while for you to reach your destination, to find happiness. Basically, that good things take time. But with the Five of Cups and your overall energy, there could be this feeling of disappointment that you're not there yet. You're kind of working towards the Ten of Cups, but you're at the Five. So you're sort of halfway towards your happiness, and it feels like it's taking a long time, and it also might feel like you don't even know if it's going to work out or if you're ever going to get there. And so that's where that defeat in your energy sort of comes from. Let's take a look at what it is you're working towards here with the Star. The Ace of Cups, the Moon, the Four of Pentacles. Whatever this is, it's something that you want so much that your heart just kind of opens up to it immediately. And you've wanted it pretty deeply for quite a long time, but it may be so personal to you that you haven't even told other people about it, or you haven't told people how much this means to you. You keep it very close to the chest, and that's another element of like desiring something so much that you feel like you have to protect it or protect your vision of it. But it's very deeply held, and it definitely means a lot to you. There's something stressful about it with the Ten of Wands. Let's take a look at the Ten of Wands. The Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Sun. You want to just let go of everything and just go for it, but you show it to me as a bit of an impulsive decision. Like if I was to just go for it, I might not be thinking clearly, or maybe I need to plan for this more. I need to make decisions about how to do this. And when it comes to planning it out, that seems to be the piece that is really stressful for you, or the part that you get kind of caught up in, and you sort of stop yourself and you ask yourself, well, how is this going to work? And that energy sort of builds up and becomes very heavy, whereas what you might do instinctively is just move towards something that feels good, or move towards something that feels right for you without really thinking too hard about it. And it's that planning process that sort of weighs you down. So then I see you kind of leaving behind what it is that you want here with the Eight of Cups. Not forever, but maybe saying, well, if it's too hard, I won't think about it, or I won't ask for that, or whatever it is. Let's take a look at that Eight of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands. The question here is about stepping outside of your comfort zone and making a big shift towards something new. And when it becomes a little bit too uncomfortable, that's when you're showing me I'm closing off a little bit to the idea of this change. Not completely, like I said, but you start to kind of leave behind the idea before you've even gotten started on it, because you're saying I need to just go towards things that I know are supportive of me, my foundations, things that I can trust, basically. And this would be a little bit too new and a little bit too unknown for you to just dive in completely. And so for all those reasons and more, you're showing me I'm just going to kind of focus on other things right now. But at the same time, in the current energy, we have the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands. So your heart is starting to open up to a larger spiritual path. The question of what am I meant to be doing with my time on earth? What am I committing myself to? Where is my energy going towards? And with the Queen of Wands there, you're wanting to pursue that. You're wanting to pursue something meaningful and commit your energy to something meaningful and really follow your heart and open your heart up to that. And that's kind of where you're at in the current energy. So let's take a look at that in a moment. For the Knight of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Justice card. There's something here that you're saying, it makes me happy and it would make me even happier to pursue it, to move towards it. It feels right. It feels correct for me. It feels like the path that is aligned with my values, with what I'm meant to be doing. And not only does it feel good, but it feels aligned. And then not only does it feel aligned, but it speaks to your passions at the same time. So whatever this is, you're kind of showing me without a shadow of a doubt, this is the path for me, or this is something that I want to pursue or that I need to pursue. For some of you, it even has this higher level spiritual element of like, this is the thing that I'm meant to be doing, or this is aligned with my purpose. Let's take a look at the Hierophant here. The Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords. It's sort of like all signs are go. You know that this would be grounding for you, that this would provide stability for you, that this would feel good. It's a great energy to have. It could be connected to your career or your sense of purpose and being really confident in yourself and kind of where you fit in the world. And your heart's kind of opening up to this idea of maybe this is who I am, maybe this is what I'm meant to be doing. Let's look at the Queen of Wands in your current energy. The Nine of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Ace of Swords. You're showing me I know what it is I want. I know what it would lead to. You feel very confident about the idea in a certain way. It's just when it comes to the practicality of it, you're saying it might take me some time to build up my resources to do this or to get ready to do this. And specifically, it's going to take some time to plan and to fully understand, what are all the moving pieces here? How am I going to put them together? How am I going to take action? And that's the piece that might slow you down, is just figuring out the practical nature of it and saying this is a plan that is not just going to be put together in a couple of days. It's going to take some time to be executed. And then in the near future with the Two of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, your mind sort of gets in the way there big time, and you get really confused and really in your head to the point where you're not even seeing the clarity that you once had around this. Because first you're showing me the idea, the spark to move towards something new, then you're showing me all the beautiful ways that it makes you feel. This could be something that lends to your stability long term, that makes you feel really confident, feels really right for you. But then you sort of get in your head and you start to question, like, well, what if this doesn't work? Or what if this little piece over here needs more attention than this piece that I've been giving attention to? And you get really kind of foggy around it. And I think that this is a good time to talk about your oracle cards, where we have transformation, slowing down, and celebration. So you're going to get where you're going to go, Sagittarius, with the celebration card, but with transformation and slowing down, this process of figuring it out is meant to transform you into someone who moves slowly through each piece. And on the slowing down card, we have the image of a tortoise, and he's kind of bathed in a rainbow, and he's looking out at a rainbow. And he's looking very determined, and he's on a journey here, but he's almost looks like he might be standing still before he takes his next step. And it reminds me of the tortoise and the hare, and the idea of, slowing down leads to success, or it leads to victory. And then you have the celebration card, and so Spirit's saying maybe change your methods a little bit and lean into the slowness and allow that to give you time to take your next step, to make a plan before you take action. And eventually, if you slow down and you take each piece step by step, it might lead you to that celebration energy. And so if you're someone who's used to kind of powering ahead or making everything happen right now, if you're being forced to take that time and to slow down, it's actually a gift so that you can figure things out. And I see you going a little bit overboard with that figuring things out energy and getting a little bit stuck in terms of what am I really supposed to do here. Let's look at the Two of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. There's a concern about the material aspect of this. There's a fear about moving forward, about, am I going to be stable enough to pursue what I want? Will I have all the resources? Will I have all the finances? And with the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Spirit's kind of saying, like, it's okay, you can relax about all of that, because when you start to worry about, do I have enough money? Do I have enough resources? And how am I going to do this? How am I going to move forward? You step off from a place where you're already kind of shooting yourself in the foot before you've begun, because you don't really believe that you have what it takes. And that's when you start to kind of get really stuck and you stop moving forward. For the Seven of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Knight of Swords. You go back and forth between wanting to rush towards this and jump into it and then holding yourself back and being like, whoa, 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 like that's too much, I can't move too fast. And there's a need for some balance there and to slow down in terms of your movement forward, but not stop completely. Like, keep moving towards your goal, but just go at a slower, more balanced kind of pace, because you start to overwhelm yourself so much that you just stop and you stop moving forward entirely, and you tell yourself all the things that won't work out, and you go into kind of fight or flight, and you end up just kind of freezing. So yeah, and then your beautiful emotions, which opened up to this and were so sure and were so open, they start to become foggy too with the Seven of Cups, and you start to get really overwhelmed, not just mentally but also emotionally, and it becomes hard for you to find your way forward when you're in that sort of frazzled place. For the Seven of Cups, we get the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups. It's important that you take a perspective of real optimism and understanding that if this is the right path for you, and if your heart opens up to it, you can trust after a certain point that this is the right path, that this is going to feel good, and just really come from that place of abundance and feeling excited about this, feeling positive, feeling optimistic, and everything else will kind of fall into place, and it'll become easier for you to kind of hash out some of those details that might have been holding you back, because you'll have a more positive kind of mindset. And it'll help some of the thoughts that are swirling around in your mind. They'll become clearer when you ask yourself, well, what feels good right now? What's the next step from that place of positivity? Let's take a look at your advice from Spirit and get 3 cards. Six of Wands, Four of Cups, the Sun. It's your choice, Sag, to have confidence and to approach this from a place of happiness and excitement. And if you refuse to do that, that's also your choice. And so just kind of try to remember that you are in control of your perspective, but it takes a certain level of emotional self-discipline. And there might be times where you have to catch yourself and be like, wait, why am I being upset right now? Or why am I being pessimistic? And where is that coming from? And how can I sort of shift into a place of believing in myself and knowing that I'm going to land on my feet and enjoying the process and enjoying sort of the excitement of this journey. So that's what I had for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you next time.